Consolation. This consoles me every time I write on this ruled paper, that something will remain if you tell of true facts that happen on the street wherever you are. That in looking for reality on written paper, you sometimes find a true sense of life. It seems to you that the writing then adorns you with a thought, a memory, something. And to see the great writings of poets of many centuries ago, from Dante to Ariosto to Leopardi, you realize that vainglory leads you a little everywhere with your imagination. But if you think about it even more, so many are the hours that you have spent together with your soul, my friend. And discover that in fixing your ideas in precise thoughts, that you then improve. You are really an adventurer, a traveller seated at the table. And from this fixed spot, you focus your binoculars on human nature, or on sentiments, or other varied themes. Don't tell others with resounding words all the love that you feel in your heart, because the written lines speak clearly, as if you are looking into the bottom of a brook. Who you are, you don't hide to anyone, because when you engage yourself in introspection, one can see openly what you have inside you. I began these lines without knowing where I was going with my pen. Perhaps writing is like going through a dark forest of trees with covers that do not allow in the sun's rays. But it's beautiful to see again what you have said, a little out of curiosity and a little for empathy, because this pastime, my friend, belongs to those who dream in daylight. So, yes, what consoles you? During the day, you can just take a bit of a break and, think about what you will be writing. This poem here is called Curiosity. I think it's my second poem, the second poem that I wrote. I was at Melbourne University in the library, and I saw a beautiful face on the other side. So I didn't know what to do. I just decided I'll write a poem and maybe give it to her. Curiosity. Curiosity led me to you to see if I could talk to you. I'm not doing it for love or friendship, but just for curiosity. If only I could stop this moment of strangeness of discovering. I see your beautiful face, your well-shaped body, but I cannot see your eye that belongs to you and nobody else. What will you think of this strange moment? I shall never know. Forgive my daring, but I had to meet you because you have been my inspiration. So after all this time, thinking back, etc., sometimes you give your poetry to other people to read. And on this particular occasion, someone made me feel very, very valued. In fact, the next poem is called Valued. You fill your heart with an exhilarating feeling from who makes you really feel that you are great. You know that they were good, the things that you wrote. It was your pastime and also a gift for others. Now you have the confirmation that a little of your work has been appreciated and it has made a real impact. You have been fortunate to have had certain circumstances in your favor. Thank all those who have honored you, and you do just by watching this program. So we go back to the theme of what is left behind. This is called, the next poem is called The Poet Remains. Men and women learn and keep on dreaming whilst life quickly passes by, and hope grows with the passing of time, for dreams are more beautiful than reality. The wheel in fact turns. It does a merry-go-round. Children grow up, old people go, but the poet still remains amongst everyone, and he shines like stars in darkness. Well, out of the darkness comes the Lord of the centuries. And you know which is the Lord of the centuries? It's time, the essence of time. So here it is, the Lord of the centuries. You run away quickly of fleeting time. But why do you take with you so suddenly the few joys of the restless beings? Why don't you stay a moment longer with mortals who live happily? You who remain behind, even after the passing of the sun beyond the west, tell me if the passion of mortals changed the ideal of the human eye. Tell me if dawn after the shower of the night brings back afresh the joys and hopes of the past which now sleeps under the cypress tree. O time, extend your hand to life and remind those for whom it is forbidden to think just now of the warmth of the star which fell within my youthful heart. Let my words flourish again in the bosom of someone who still loves the sweet melody of a little ancient bird who extends his voice to the infinity. And there was a time when someone said to me, well, you know, I don't know anything about poetry. How can I write it? You know, you can't expect it to write a poem. And I said, you know, so what? You just inspired me, because I'm going to write now on the board a poem dedicated to you called I Don't Know Anything About Poetry, which is true. So here we go. I don't know anything about poetry. I have never seen her. I don't know her. I haven't met her. No one has ever spoken of her to me. Now here is finally someone who wants to teach me, to open the door to my emotions. And what do? I remain here seated, and I think, why don't I too try and discover what I think or feel or do? Writing it, perhaps one day I'll be able to give it to someone else. So if you ever write something and you want to share it to someone else, well, go ahead. And when you go ahead and write for someone else, you could also pick up a guitar. I don't play a guitar, but you could pick up a guitar especially. And here is a poem called The Tune. There is in the world a guitar that plays in the mind of artists. It doesn't play for everyone, this singular guitar, but only for those who know how to make it play. Oh, you children who are living now, don't forget to learn to use it, because in today's world, it doesn't play unless in a group. But you are alone. Make it play sometimes in the lovely meadows of our beautiful spring. And if nature won't listen to you, don't worry too much. Just raise the live sound of the guitar that pulsates in the heart of poets. So don't forget to get your guitar, and if you have the gift of playing it, if you want to learn it, you can always add a tune or two and make your own tunes. Maybe that's what I'll do next time.